Of course, the first big day. The first big day was super memorable. The youth group then was about, I would say, 100 people, and I just felt led to have a faith event, and God just says, can you believe that the ministry can double in number or can double in size in one day? That was when we said, okay, let's do a big day. So I gathered the leaders. I said the plan is to do a big day. And what that looks like is with some of the small outreaches that we have in schools, we will have buses. So, and we ask every school to have a faith goal. How many buses can they fill? And the numbers came back 12 buses. And I said, wow, that's incredible. And all 12 buses were full. And that big day we had 250 to 300 people in the hall. Before that, we prayed up and we said, God, you promised us that we will have harvest, we have souls saved. So we prayed, and we thought that that a good outcome looks like maybe a few dozens, of young people coming to faith. The speaker was Christopher Long. He spoke, and then he gave the altar call. He gave the response. And we saw hands going up, and I was in the front, and young people were streaming down. I couldn't believe my eyes. They were just streaming down. And then I remember I saw this, as I envisioned amazing. Why am I crying again? A vision in that dark hall of the hall filled of young people streaming to God, and so they're all streaming down. And the altar was full, and we had, I think, 200 people receiving Jesus that Saturday. And they were filling out cards, and then we were following up. And then the next day was our service. And from 100 people, 120 people, we doubled our youth ministry. It was just an incredible moment where God connected the dots, right? So the vision that I saw in that dark auditorium, and then with young people streaming down. So I was bawling because I realized God is faithful to His word, that when He gives a promise, when He shows you a vision, that it may tarry, but it will come to pass. And then we started doing street evangelism, from then, and I said, hey, let's talk to people on the street, and again, spontaneously, we start doing that, and that became, for a while, a culture. So much so that, 16 years old would be outside the school, talking to people about God and the youth ministry, and inviting them to our services. So the second big day was crazy because, we printed, I would say 10,000 or 20,000 flyers. You have to remember that we were only a ministry of 200. And so there was one Saturday that we went, and the leaders basically helped me group the cell groups into different zones in the east, and so they started hitting the streets and giving out flyers, right? Because there was so many flyers. Almost, I would say, every young person in the eastern part of Singapore, from Tampines to Bedok to Eunos, Pasir Ris, actually received at least one, if not two, stickers, flyers. So much so that I heard that some of them, when they received a second or third flyer, said, "I've got it," and they screamed and they just ran. So that was crazy.